I I actually just recently got a bunch of letters from a hospital, a children's
Okay.
hospital and library in Edinburgh, which I was
Mm,
very surprised to get. But it was this volunteer librarian there who said, "We love Hattie Harmony. This is really a really, really important book to me,
mm,
and it's a really important book to these children because the children at the children's hospital, they're going through all of these operations or they have to do these tests and they're using the um, like anti-stress
mm.
methods from Hattie Harmony to kind of
Yeah.
help them um, de-stress while they're doing these um, tests and whatnot. But yes, I would say my big breaks are two obvious ones, which are the first book that I worked on got on the New York Times, got number one on the New York Times bestseller list, which was just like this huge achievement for my career and really
Mm,
helped my career along its path. The second one was that Hattie Harmony, the second book I worked on,
mhm,
or the third, that also got number one on the New York Times bestseller list.
mm,
And so I was very lucky. I was very surprised that it did so well, but it has done really well, which is great. And then from there, it's just kind of churned along. Um, the third book I worked on, Troop Esme, which is a chapter book, got a Golden Kite, a CBWI honor
mm.
award. And then I haven't announced this, but I come from a part of the US which is right on the Mexican American border. But I do come from a mixed household. So my father's from Mexico and my mother is like white American. So I grew up in this mixed household, and I guess I kind of grew up feeling like, well, I don't know if I'm really Hispanic, Mexican, or if I'm like this white American. It never felt like I was one or the other, like I was somewhere in between. And
Mhm,
so going into publishing, I uh, I thought, I can't really I can't really write, and I can't really illustrate a Latina or Hispanic books because I don't feel like I'm 100% Latina, Hispanic myself. But then I had a lot of people saying, this is your experience. Uh, this is what you grew up with. This is your background. You have the right to do this.
mm,
And so I feel like slowly I've been accepting the fact that yes, I can make these books and that I want to make these books because these are the books that I want to do. Yeah, so recently I've been using traditional media for my books. So
mhm.
I've been uh for my last book, the book that I wrote and illustrated, that's
Yeah.
done with gouache paint and colored pencils
Mm,
almost entirely. When like Ambitious Girl, my first book, was done almost completely digitally, just with
okay.
some like handmade textures.
Mhm, mhm.
And art licensing means you create a piece of artwork and then you sell the rights to that artwork to lots of different companies, right? So, like Target will buy the rights to that artwork to put on water bottles, or John Lewis will buy the rights to your artwork to put on a pillow. So, it's a lot of products, it's
Mhm,
clothing, and I'm trying to get specifically into children's products
mhm,
and into like children's fabric and children's quilting fabric. Like
mhm,
I mentioned earlier, I've been really into quilting, so it's like, oh, I'd like to
mhm,
make patterns for fabric.
mhm.
I am working on a class with SCBWI.
Nice.
Think I might have said that earlier about
Mm,
um, like defining your style and coming to terms with the fact that you might be an illustrator who likes illustrating in lots of different styles. But
mhm,
you mentioned my website. I have a lot of classes listed on there,
mm.
and while those haven't been classes that I've taught yet, it's something that I want to do in the future because I love sharing the knowledge I have. I feel like this industry can sometimes be a bit of a maze to get into, right? Everyone